Hey guys, this video is raw and unedited. I'm just gonna upload it as is, but I just wanted to talk to people who are in my same shoes, my same situation, who might feel the same way I feel. I just hope that I reach the right community with this, but um, if you feel like you're too old to reach your dreams, you've surpassed the time limit to do what you wanted to do. I just want to, tell you that you're not alone and that there are other people in the world who feel the same way. And even though it feels like time is up, that to still pursue it. And I just tell you a little bit about myself, but I want to be a singer. I am a singer, actually. I do sing, but for years, I'm 26, by the way, I'm 26. And I know some people watching might be like, oh, you're young, you still have time. But then there's some of us who are 26 and maybe even 25, 24, and feel like time is up because we felt old at a very young age. And I remember when I was 16, I was watching 106 in Park, and I was like, they have new people, and like 106 in Park is just different. My grandma was like, that's because you're getting old. And like she might have just been talking, but like that kind of stuff really stuck with me. So like it was almost like every year I got older, I just felt old. And I remember when I was 21, I had dropped out of college at 20, I want to say 19, 20. And I went to cosmetology school, and I was going to go back to college after I graduated cosmetology school. And I talked to one of my younger coworkers who was 18, graduating from high school, getting ready to go to college. And I was like, hey, I'm getting ready to go back to college. Do you think I'm too old? They're like, how old are you? I was like 21. They're like, yeah, you might be. And I felt like it. I was like, I'm going to get to college. I'm going to be the oldest person there. And they're 18. I was 21 at the time when we had that conversation. And I get to college. I went on anyways. I went back to college. I got my degree. But I went back to college anyways, despite, them telling me I was too old. And there were people older than me. There's people of all ages there. I had friends that were 25. I was 21. And everybody was just different ages, and it really kind of showed me, like, if I listened to that person, like, where would I be right now? Like, would I have got my degree? Would I have met all these cool people? Would I have had the experiences I've had? But that mindset hasn't left me. And like I said, I'm a singer, and I've wanted to be a singer from the depths of my soul from when I was little. I mean, this passion has been inside me, like it was something I'm supposed to do. Like, everybody has a calling, or I believe, I'm not really sure, but I assume everybody has a calling. And the calling that's been on me it's just been so strong since I was little. And growing up, I have a twin sister. Growing up, when me and my sister would sing, they would encourage her, but they would always tell me, like, no, like, I don't know, your sister's the singer. And I remember singing in my grandma's house. And you're probably gonna be like, I think your grandma's the problem, like, after hearing this. But I remember singing at my grandma's house. My aunt and my dad were there. Me and my sister were singing with my dad. We were singing Whitney Houston. What was it? And that song. We were singing that, and my sister was like singing it, and I could hear every time she was singing go high, like go hit that, and I like she would like either go like flat or something. And I wasn't like calling her out, I was just like taking notes, like, okay, when it's my turn to sing, I'm not gonna do what she's doing. So when it was my turn, like, I just kept in mind like everything that I heard her doing. I was like, I'm gonna switch that. And I ended up singing it. Like, I didn't sing it perfectly, but I sung it really well that even my dad was like, and my aunt was like, and my grandma, she comes out, she was like, who just sung that? And I was like, me. And she was like, that's not your career, or like, stick to your day job, something like that. And I was like, dang. And like, I don't know, like, stuff like that happened in my life a lot. I would sing in choirs when I was little, and people would start talking, or they make fun of me behind my back thinking I couldn't hear them, like, oh, you sound like Ariel, or like, stuff like that. And it just really discouraged me from singing for years. Even now, I'm 26. I didn't really start singing. I mean, I never stopped singing. That was one thing. I never stopped singing. I just stopped believing in myself, so much to the fact that I settled for being a background singer. And I was like, I'll be a background singer. But even then, I didn't feel like I was excelling there. I would have be in rehearsal, and I would get frustrated because I didn't like sing like everybody else. So, and I would get called out on the spot, and I didn't know that was like a normal common thing to be like, hey, you like you're singing flat or whatever. And I just felt like on the spot, and I'm like, dang, like if I do this career, like I can't do it with nobody because everybody just keeps calling me out, telling me I'm not good and stuff like that. And I didn't want that. Like I didn't want to continue like that career like that. Like I wanted to be a singer, like in the front, actually, like in the lead, but I wanted to sound just as good, if not better, than like the people I was singing behind. And I wasn't singing behind like a lot of people, you know. I had church gigs and stuff like that. I was singing in church. And anyways, it was one year, I want to say it was like 23, 20, yeah, 23, it was 2022. So no, it was not 2022. I had to be like 20, I was 22, 23. It was something like that. And I remember just crying out to God, and I was like, God, please. Like I was begging him. I said, please teach me how to sing. Please teach me how to have a beautiful voice like me and you. And I'll give you my voice. Like whatever you want me to do for you, I'll do it for you. And I still mean that. Whatever, however, like every time God has me do something for him, in the moment I don't want to do it sometimes, but then like after, you know, it's beautiful, and I just have to wait the process. So I just hope, you know, with my voice, that I know that whatever he does, it's gonna be for his glory, and it's gonna be beautiful. But I remember just saying that, and he did. We would have sessions, like I wouldn't be doing anything. He'd be like, all right, like come on and sing. And of course, you know, if you know, you really sit and talk with God, or you take that time, you know that, you know, he's just not like audibly, like, I mean, he is audible, but you know, I don't know how to explain that. That could be another video. But anyways, like we would sing, and he'd just be telling me, okay, do this, okay, do that. And or we'd listen to music and be like, okay, like let's try it if you sing it like this. And I'd sing it, like everything that he taught me, I would go sing for my family or sing for my sister, and they'd be like, wow. And I'm like, okay, like God really is teaching me how to sing. So I started to feel better. But then God was like, we got to go to a new level. Like, we got to take this serious. And that's where I'm at now. And this new level is just scary because I have been discouraged for so many years that it's like, why would me? I'm 26. How could I become a singer at 26 and be the singer that I want to be? Not be just a singer, but the kind that I want to be. Like, how could that possibly happen? And I know that God is a God of impossible, so I'm not doubting that he could do it. It's just more like, it's like I'm grieving. I'm sad that I've missed out on so many years just talking down on myself because other people did, or missing out on certain opportunities because other people didn't think I was capable, or not being at my max full potential at all times just because other people didn't see me. But one thing about God is that no time is ever wasted. And even the times that I was not, you know, doing anything, or didn't feel like I was doing anything, something was actually happening to the point that where I'm at right now. And I just say all of this to say that if you're like me, you're 26, if you're older than 26, because to me, I'm 26, so 26 feels old to me. I haven't been older than 26 yet, but if you're, you know, 26, 25, younger, whatever, or older, and you just feel like you're too old to do what you want to do, I'm here to tell you that God is a time restorer. Like he will restore all the time that you lost. He will make up all the time that the locust took. And that is very true. And that if you're feeling discouraged, I highly advise you to grieve everything that you feel pain of, because there's a time to grieve. That's what the Bible says. And be okay. Tell God how you really feel. I just told God that I felt resentful. I was very mad. I feel like, you know, why would my family see me as a child? Not as an adult or a teenager, but as a child singing, and say, no, that's not for you, instead of, hey, there's an interest she has, let's cultivate that. Because I see that happen in children where they're like, oh, she has an interest in this, let's put her in this so she can do that. But instead they said, no, that's not something you could do. Now my mom, she tried to get a studio time, and unfortunately we just didn't have enough money. But there were some family members who they were just not there for me. And when I think about it, it's just extremely hurtful. But, you know, it is what it is. I can't change the past. I can only grieve about it and cry about it. So I advise you, do the same. It will make you feel better. It might sound like, why am I going to cry? But Honestly, crying helps you take out that pain and lets the pain just kind of like dissipate. But call out to God. Tell him how you really feel. Tell him if you're mad at him, say, God, I'm mad at you. Remember, it's a relationship, so you should be able to be free with the person you're in a relationship with. And it's the same with God, that we're free with him, and we get to say, hey God, I'm mad at you because I feel like I missed out on time. I feel like I'm too old. I feel like, how can you use me? How can you use me? But as I say this, I just think about all of the people in the Bible. Moses with the speech impediment. Was it Paul, who was the killer, the murderer? All these people in the Bible, and it's like, how could you use me? And I think that's watering grounds for God to use you. So it's for my people who feel old. This is who it's for. If you feel old, you're not too old for God to use you. That's it.